Hello, this is Benjamin Callenberg from consciousazine.net, formerly consciousazine.com. So here we are on my YouTube. We're going to be talking about the video you see there, organic portals. So this is video 2 on their roles in the matrix. What role do they take? I have video 1, which is titled Human Prison Bars, Organic Portals Roles in the Matrix. This is video 2. In video 1, I was talking more about the corrupted version of where organic portals are up to these days as a cross current against consciousness's forward flow, how they act as a surface virus, and the negative sides, their controlling nature. But in this video, in video 2, I want to make a different perspective. I want to view it from less of a negative, corrupted personification of evil perspective, So in this video, I want to more just have a look at a different role that they take. I've also mentioned in previous videos, I have a self-standing video called Organic Portals, Stabilizers and Advances, where the souled human are the forward motion of the vectorization of the human species morphogenetic field, whereas the organic portal is like a stabilization function. So that's already a neutral perspective. Okay, so I want to bring that more in today's video, less of a evil role perspective. So one of these more neutral perspectives would be that they're an adversarial honing device. And I have a video with that in the title also, Organic Portals, how they are an adversarial honing device, which is basically a neutral concept. You might think of it in the terms of an enemy being negative again. In a negative connotation, you might think, oh, well, then they're your enemy. There's that fashion to it, which brings a little bit of a negative slant, but if you look at the result, not really, because it's for your forward evolution. So in the end, you grow stronger, you're more honed, you're more capable, etc. So is it really so bad? So again, I wanted to take more of a neutral perspective today. So another role or neutral perspective of organic portals' roles in this matrix construct, reality, and holographic universe is that they are a stabilization functionality. And I just wanted to go back over that because when we are in a universe where one of the constants is change, or some people have quoted in the past, the only change is constant, and it makes sense that you require a structure like the hive mind of our species as a 2D template in order to conserve the previous created complexity of all the previous change, in order to conserve, basically, or stabilize the new creation and ground it out. Otherwise, new creation would be so fleeting and would not be beheld long enough to physically manifest. So structure and the lattice of this matrix, and then included in that idea, the hive mind of the human species, is a necessary neutral thing. it's not in itself inherently corrupt or inherently evil. The thing is that it appears that, well, I guess due to the immense amount of interbreeding, and it just appears to me that the numbers are increasing of organic portals. Not only that, more NPC creation occurs, it appears, every day. More people become non-player characters, giving out their energy, for instance, to idols and icons, or spending your whole day playing a video game that someone else created is a good example. Because someone else created that video game, and you're leaving nothing of yourself, or working for another person's corporation is another example. Because perhaps you're not leaving, some of yourself to live, a corpus to live beyond your corpse or body. So either way, whether more NPCs are being created or not, it appears more people are acting like organic portals more and more, right? Giving out the energy and not doing great work and so on. Not developing soul, not soul seeking, overly materialistic, and so on and so forth. So more people are acting like organic portals all the time. Whether or not, and I am saying that it is the case, that I think more organic portals are being created and born, because a lot of people who are organic portals are creating more and more babies. And we're getting more and more billions of people on the planet. So I have recently created a video how to defeat organic portals, if you want to watch that. But let's get back to this. Neutral roles of organic portals in the matrix. Neutral roles. Another neutral role might be, or is this, that they act, organic portals act as a housing unit or a pathway for new soul progression of the universe. Fractal, reverberated, archetypical fragments, pulling in more and more fragment to become more and more whole. You might think of it as well. So that whole idea of the organic portal being a bridge from the 2D to the 3D, and then eventually what I'm positing is that it's possible for it, once you are a 3D ego perspective, to become fourth dimensional STO, service to others, and empathetical, and basically a fourth dimensional being, accepting a fourth dimensional feeling body. And then it is indeed soon after and quickly onto a fifth dimensional telepathic light body. And this would be where spirit, the sense of spirit is. Spirits incarnate on behalf of soul, and so you would be starting to connect to your soul. And this is a very unconventional view it's kind of the opposite of what you might think. You might just think you're emanating from soul. But what we're saying here is that the organic portal might be a pathway for creation of soul, and this fits with my model of reality, that is basically we're being pulled from the future because that's the more complex state, and I think God is the end state of the universe, not we come from a big bang out of nowhere, out of nothing. I think we're facing the big bang like a wall where consciousness extends to, but that we're facing away from the future, which is behind us, unless we turn inward inside ourselves. Then you look up through the soul and futuristically as well. You can look futuristically and scale time frames and basically see the future and prediction models and so on. So what I'm saying is that as an archetypal fragment. That is the reason they steal energy to, mimic the energy of the soul human, higher center, your upper chakras. They steal it in order to gain the knowledge, because light is informational. So when they steal your soul light, so to speak, or your life force energy or your chakric energy, then they're, absorbing the information, not just, blank energy. Because you're a soul, you're emanating, the light of God, which is informational. It's also forming, informational, forming things made out of stuff. The intangible creates the tangible, thoughts create a manifest object, yeah? The universe creates down dimensionally. You think of it first, then you create it, yeah? So, what I'm positing there as a third neutral role for the organic portal in the matrix, or this reality construct, is this time-space grid, is that they are a pathway for experience compressing and soul becoming, and realization remembering, and so on and so forth. So when they steal your energy and it activates something in them, and it's a way for, new expression to find its pathway into physical manifestation, or new universal expression to exist, perhaps. This is just an expansion of the idea of them being a bridge from the 2D to the 3D, and then furthering that idea, because I have an understanding of dimensional knowledge. So there was one other role that I've now forgotten. Oh, I'm sorry, I was going to mention another neutral role, but so I will try and think of that and restart the video. So a fourth neutral role is that the organic portal is a portal. Just that word is neutral. Portal doesn't mean negative, doesn't mean evil, doesn't mean bad or good. It's just a portal. So the fourth role that I want to mention of organic portals in the matrix is their portal function. What do I mean? Well, to explicate that and really extrapolate it, I mean that they can be a channel or a pathway for higher dimensional entities, which can help us understand the dilemma of our embedment in all that is, or whatever that there is, multiverse, whatever. So they can help us understand, the higher dimensions by being a reflection of the higher dimensions, even if it's only negative EDs or extra dimensional, fourth dimensional entities coming through them. Even if that's just the case, there's still then a reflection of a higher dimensional aspect, and can help us, who are conscious souled humans trying to put together the picture, to understand the picture better.
consciousazine.com chronicles.